Hello, friends. Welcome once again to Look and Live. You are now here with Pastor James Devalon. Now, recently, Showtime HBO has released this trailer on February 1st. The title is, let me put that on your screen here. It's going to be all white. So, what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm simply going to check out this trailer with you. It seems to have some discussion about people of different race, speaking about the right in Caucasian people, supposedly mistreatment of them. This is one of those things that we seem like we just had a discussion about this with my wife, and then there goes something like this. And I'm trying to understand a number of things here. Okay, so I'm trying to understand the purpose of this, the meaning of this, the goal, and all that, So what I'm going to do is watch this along with you guys. I'm going to watch it with you, and I'm going to ask a number of questions. I'm going to pause and ask questions as we go, and I'm going to come back at the end to postpone my answers again for the discussion we're going to have on Thursday with my wife. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I think about this right now. So on Thursday, when I bring my wife on the channel, we're going to actually play this, and then I'm going to honestly share with you what I think. So I want you to look out for that discussion. So at this time, let's turn to this thing. We're going to pause and simply ask questions to open up some discussions in the chat box, in the comment discussion box below. So let's look at that right now. This is entitled "Everything Gonna Be All White," not all right, but all white. And let's ask some question as we check this one out.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
So, white people kill us? Is it true that white people just kill us in this stage, in this time in which we live? If that is true, I just want the facts. That's my question. Let's go back. Let's keep following.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
We're storming the Capitol! You're not patriots. You're not patriots. You're ridiculous.
Question number 2. Is it wrong for you to believe strongly in the American dream, to believe, to stand for your country? Is it wrong either for a white or a black man to be a patriotic, to believe that this is a great nation and I have the right to stand for it? Is this wrong? I want to hear what you guys are thinking. I'm not going to tell you my thoughts yet because I have my perspective on this. But my question is it wrong to love your country? So much to even have a flag of your country either in your car, in your house. Is it wrong to believe this nation is a great nation? I'm just asking questions.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
So American whiteness is ignorance. Is that actually true or false? And what is the context of that statement? How do we go about defining the intent of what it means to be an American or white American, or to believe in the dream in which a person in this country believes that it's a great country? So I'm not necessarily understanding what is going on here. So this is why, guys, we're having this discussion. We're just laying out some questions, and my hope is that you guys are talking below, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about this on Thursday.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
So is it true that white people is their problem? Is it true that black people have nothing to do with this? I don't know, guys. I'm really beginning to ask the question, who is, I need to do my research on this. Who is putting out these documentaries? What is their intent? Where are they going with this? And as a Christian, I'm somewhat concerned, not afraid, but concerned about either the inconsistency or the level of hypocrisy or the unwillingness to either change and be better. But it seems more there is a much greater desire to remain in the same fixed mindset, the mentality where we are not looking to change and become better people, but rather to continue the progress of hate, either toward this race or that race. It's just not very Christian. Anyway, let me save my thoughts.
People today feel any responsibility for slavery.
Hell yeah.
Let me hear that again.
People today feel any
We are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
So should white people today feel any responsible? Let me go back.
People today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Okay, should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery? And the answer,
Hell yeah.
so the answer is hell yeah. I don't know if I even should use the word hell here. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Should you be held accountable and feel a level of responsibility for slavery? Should a white person have to live with the guilt trip of what other white people had done that they themselves had nothing to do with? If you watch our last videos, you should know where we stand. But if you want to know what we're thinking right now, what I'm thinking right now, wait till Thursday. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just asking. So let's listen to some more.
White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white. Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
So, what color was Jesus? As a pastor who has studied theology, Jesus was neither white nor black. That's really the truth. He was neither any of them. So it's like any fighting for some type of race to own Jesus of any sort is actually not right. And again, one thing to know about Jesus, I want to speak my mind on this one. It's not what he looks like that should matter to any of us. It is the word that he has spoken that is really important. So the human side of Jesus, the skin color of Jesus, to me is very insignificant. As far as I'm concerned, Jesus could be yellow or purple. But the fact that he has spoken the truth and lived a life, such a life, to the point where he was willing to lay down his life to save me, that is what's important to me. But again, what do you guys think? Was Jesus a black man or was Jesus a white man? In my research, I have found that he was neither. He was more like in the middle of some sort. But nevertheless, we can talk about that some more in the discussion below. So let's go back to the video.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
the end of the world already happened multiple times. Is that really true? Let's keep listening.
Symbols and monuments, these are mementos of racism. Bring that statue down.
So, do you guys agree with this? Tearing down the statues which supposedly represent racism, certain monuments, these historical artifacts, should they be removed? Was that really a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know where you stand with that one. I have my thoughts, but yeah, let's keep watching.
Put up a TCU BY yogurt or something everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
Has not the truth been told? Or is this a reversion? I don't know. I'm really beginning to be concerned about the intent of this trailer. Like, where are they going with this? And what exactly are they looking to achieve? Whoever put this together. It doesn't seem like this is a good thing. This is my thoughts. I might be wrong, though.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
Again, the discussion about systemic and institutionalized racism is something that my wife and I were discussing, and in our discussion, and you guys shared a really nice video with us where I did some research on that. I just didn't find any proof for systematic racism. And I could be wrong because I just couldn't find it. I was checking on that. It doesn't seem to exist. I think it exists primarily in the family, and the father being absent from the home, the impact it has on the children, the impact it has on our youth and our black mothers. That I can understand the concept of systematic racism in a way. But as far as making a living in America, or being held back by systematic racism, or not having certain privileges or white privilege or so on above the blacks, in my research I came back empty. Anyway.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
Harriet and Frederick Douglass, I'm not necessarily sure if they even, well, the Bible says the dead don't know anything, so that's one thing. I don't think that's what they're concerned with right now either, but I could be wrong. Okay, guys, enough being said. As you saw, I kept my opinion very, very few because I didn't want to talk so much about this, because I just thought it would be safer to save this for a Thursday discussion alongside with my wife. We're going to watch it and talk about that. We're really going to open up the can and we're going to put our finger in it. We're going to put our mouth in it. We're going to stick our head in this. I'm already having some very... I don't know. I'm just not feeling this thing. I don't like the direction this is going. But again, I'm looking at the motive of this, the intent of this. It just doesn't look good. And here is my one question though. What if a bunch of white people came together and put a video like that together, speaking about how they feel about black people? And what they're talking about is their honest opinion. I wonder how the world will respond to that. I would like to know what you guys think. Just a question. I really wonder what they would do. Okay, guys, enough being said. Thank you for listening to this. Again, I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to keep quiet. Thursday morning, 10 o'clock. With my wife, we're going to address some of these, talk about Joe Rogan. We're going to talk about this trailer, everything's gonna be all right, all white. We're also gonna react to another Tom McDonald's video, and we're gonna talk below. So if you like what you've heard so far, even though I hope I didn't say too much or I said enough to trigger some questions and answers below, if that's something you want to talk about, so let's get into that discussion box. Let's talk about that some more. So yeah, thank you for listening to me today. Look and Live. Pastor James is here. Once again, as always, look unto Jesus and live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.